Using chemical peels to rejuvenate the upper and lower lips. Oh boy, do we get questions on this one. Can I peel my lips? My lips are darker and I watched a video showing a lip peel. How can I do that? Well, until today, we didn't have anything set up for you. But now I'm going to talk all about it and give you a simple demonstration. First of all, why would you want to peel your lips? A lip peel can help to stimulate collagen and potentially add some fullness. A lip peel can help to make the lips a bit more pink. A lip peel can help to make the lips look younger. And especially the lips of Fitzpatrick types 3 to 6, so the darker and ethnic skin types, can deal with darkening of the skin over time, and a lip peel can help to bring them back to their natural coloring. The next point I want to get into is which acid is best for treating the lips and why. I have a definite preference when I suggest an acid, and that is because the lips are very thin and sensitive. Therefore, they're prone to cracking and excessive irritation. We want to avoid that as much as possible. Also, due to the fact that the lips are thin, we want to make sure an acid isn't penetrating too deep. So we want to use a molecule that is a larger size if we can. The skin of the lips has only 3 to 5 cellular layers, which is very, very thin in comparison to the typical face, which has up to 20 layers. My number one acid choice for lip peel is the lactic 50. Mwah! This is because lactic is hygroscopic, meaning it helps to pull moisture to the skin. It's also an excellent acid to deal with pigmentation issues, and it will help to minimize them after a few uses. Lactic also has a large molecule that will not penetrate too deep into the skin or cause any aggressive flaking. This is the safest kind. Another great acid choice would be the mandelic. It too is excellent for pigmentation changes and isn't too irritating. It will only cause a light amount of flaking that will be extremely manageable. Glycolic is another option that we have, but I exercise caution because of the molecular size being so small, it can penetrate deeper into the skin and will cause more irritation and drying, possibly cracking if you aren't careful. I want to mention TCA last. This is the one that people come flocking to us for, yet it's the one I'm most hesitant to suggest. My greatest concern about TCA is the depth of penetration. With deeper penetration, there's more flaking, very possibly cracking, which could be extremely uncomfortable. If you choose to use TCA peel on the lips, we suggest our 7% option because we want to be as safe as possible. A couple of warnings. No matter which acid you choose, if you're dealing with excess pigmentation, we highly suggest the use of our Fade Bright or another melanin inhibitor to apply to the lips and the surrounding area 1 to 2 weeks prior to the application of an acid peel. This will also help immensely at lightening the pigmentation if you're dealing with that. If you're prone to fever blisters, herpes simplex, please make sure to get your preventative prescriptions before applying a chemical peel, and especially if you're applying an acid to the lips. There is a high probability that your lips could crack and be very, very dry. You'll need to keep them very hydrated and covered with a thick ointment, such as a petroleum-based jelly, at all times. Don't do extreme movements either if you can. Make sure to apply an SPF to your lips if you're heading outdoors, especially if you're performing a peel to help get rid of pigmentation, as sun is your number one cause. So let's get going, shall we? First, we need to wash off all lip products, and I do have soap right here because I'm going to do a demo for you. All right. And then we want to use some Prep-A or alcohol. Let me get some. Got our Prep-A. Got a new cloth here. And we're going to swipe this on. Remove any leftover oils, makeup, let that air dry. Oops, see, I got a little bit more off. Close that up. All right, now get a Q-tip or a gauze pad. I have a Q-tip right here. Either is fine to apply your peel. Today, I'm gonna do our lactic 50%. Now, before we apply it, first thing, look at your lips. There's a top and a bottom. The outer portion is dry, and when you reach a point inside where it becomes wet, we need to avoid getting any acid in your mouth. So make sure to concentrate on the outer dry portion of your lips only. We're only going to apply the peel to the same areas that you would apply a lip balm. Now, I like to do the top first and then the bottom. You may absolutely go outside the vermilion border to help with lip lines, nasolabial folds, and marionette lines. We have an entire video on this, so see that if you want to learn how to treat your outer lip lines. Now we're going to time this like you would a normal peel or a bit less. This is entirely dependent on the acid you choose, but around 2 to 3 minutes is probably an average time here. And don't lick your lips. After your time is up, just rinse well with cold water. So let's get started. You'll see how easy this is. I have my 50, gonna open this up. And really, I'm not gonna be reapplying, I'm not gonna be redipping. I'm just going to dip my Q-tip right into the 50. I don't need much. That's wet, we're gonna seal it up. This is good for a year opened. And now I'm going to apply. So top to bottom. Top, bottom. Notice I didn't get this anywhere near the inside of my lips where it's wet. And we're gonna wait. I'm gonna time this about 2 to 3 minutes, and then we'll be back and I'm gonna rinse it off, okay? All right, I'm back. And now it's time to rinse. And actually this is gonna feel good because I am feeling some tingling here. I have some nice cold water, I have some ice cubes in here. Easy to wipe off. Just keep going over till your lips feel good. You don't have to rush it real quick and be done. All right, that feels good. All right, I'm just gonna dry these off. And now it's time for some ointment. And what I want to use today is a water-based ointment. So I'm going to use some hyaluronic acid. Why I want to use hyaluronic is because hyaluronic holds 1,000 times its own weight in water. We want to put something on that is going to hold moisture to your lips. And I'm just going to rub the rest of my hands. And I'm going to let that dry for a second. It's going to dry and it'll just keep pulling moisture over the course of the next 15-20 minutes, half hour or so. And then we really want to lock in that moisture. See, it's almost dry. So I'm going to use our platinum lip butter to seal it. Perfect, feels good. Other ointments like Aquaphor or just plain Vaseline, those are also perfect. I would suggest skipping the over-the-counter chapsticks that are just loaded with wax. That is not going to help you at all. Hydrate with something water-soluble like hyaluronic and then lock it in. Do this every day, multiple times a day, and keep your lips protected until they're smooth again. Same as any peel, never pick at skin that is flaking. Let it come off naturally and just put lots and lots of ointment to cover up any peely lips. Now, that was a super simple spot treatment that I would say you could do about 2 to 3 times. You really don't need a whole lot. I would space each peel about 2 weeks apart, and make sure to push it off if your lips are irritated or chapped or anything's going on. There's no rush here. This is not a necessary peel for most people, but if you have some of the concerns I mentioned prior, this can be a great option to help brighten, pinken, smooth the lips. I also want to mention another option that may be more desirable for you if you don't want to do a peel. You can use a daily acid serum to treat the lip area as well. This can be much more tolerable. I suggest our serum 15%, applied to the lips 1 to 3 times per week right before bed. Just apply it till they're looking great, then you can cut down to 1 time per week. So apply your serum, let it dry, and then apply an ointment or lip butter so you aren't licking the acid. Yuck, you'll only do that once. I hope I was able to answer all of your questions about performing a lip peel. As always, if you still have questions, just reach out to us. We're here to help. Have a great day.